So this is gonna be the Drakest thing I've ever said in quite some time, but anywho. We're gonna do some Final Fantasy Legends 3 today. Look. I gotta hear myself. It's always a gamble to see which headphone actually works. Why is it raising the ringtone volume?
No.
Did I break this app? Let me reset it. Not gonna make the same mistake I almost made with Lolly, where she had to rescue my ass with the raid. I would have been recording a black ass screen if it wasn't for her. She came in clutch. Okay. She saved Final Fantasy Legend and possibly some of my other stuff as well, but let's not even get into that. That's fine by me. So there's apparently a jump feature where if an NPC is in your way, you can hop over them, which is probably the most practical use for a jump in town exploration for a JRPG. That doesn't have like platforming puzzles. Or just like three-dimensional design in general. Only thing is I gotta learn how to do it. It's that galloping sound in the OST, it's so weird. Is that like my headphones messing up or something? I got no clue. Yeah, it sounds like the second anime opening to like an old school anime. You know how like the second one. Okay, so warp me. This weird ass spaceship, I don't know what to do. I'm watching Dragon Ball, and that's how it be feeling sometimes. I feel like I'm playing Phantasy Star, like the first two games in the series. Like even though this is like a game from '91, it feels '80s as hell. Okay, so that should get us some direction. The shading for the towns is really nice in this game. Okay, so I just got like the bare essentials. So yeah, I don't care if previous file gets deleted. I'm just gonna auto down these enemies. I don't know if auto target is like a thing. So yeah, it's important to note the Mystic Quest team was involved with this. Ryuji is actually the composer for this. Now, I've never played Mystic Quest before, but that's an actual Final Fantasy. It's a spin-off made to be condescendingly streamlined, but seeing as it might actually be less streamlined than something like Final Fantasy 16 or even 13. Can't really knock it. Five party members. Well, yeah, we have the guest with us, so. So I can just turn everybody into a robot. Is that how it works? Because boy, does that sound weird. So anybody can become like a cyborg, and anyone can become a monster. It's just like diet and augmenting. So just a dash of transhumanism. Wait, hold on. How'd I jump? Oh, left shift. Let's see if I can put it to the test. Let's go. I'm like Kobe. I see. So you kind of have this set up already. I don't feel like being so generous for my guest party members. Maybe that's because I'm a jerk. This user interface has some problems. Why do the fairies have such a, like, pleased emoji face? Oh, I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy 1. It's just that simplistic. See how I last here. They are getting ready to kill. Oh, this has no crowd control capabilities. Tell you like fire. They can weave magic? How does that even work? Okay, so evidently I was not nasty enough for that one. Okay, let me strike first. That's nice. You gotta remember there's no participation points like in the Saga series. I just gotta survive the battle, and I get the EXP. So I kind of just set up that one character to be my designated monster character. I guess I rejected the way of robot. But you know what, I don't mind. I like having at least one monster, but didn't want it to be Lee. I would have taken, let's see, Lee. It had to be someone. You know what? Actually, Lee's perfect. So, Chapter 8 of OG is dropping on Ever Crisis on the 15th of January, which is pretty cool news. We haven't had a chapter for OG on that since fucking July. They were really stalling that out, likely because they didn't want to deal with 2 consecutive character introduction chapters. I mean, they added Ketsi, Yuffie before that, and afterwards, like Vincent. They were probably at their wits' ends, and they had to also work on Angeal. Yeah, I don't blame them for deciding, you know what? Let's not. Let's not go way of a robot yet. I like that there's auto-targeting here. At this point, developers, aside from Lufia, they're accepting that auto-targeting is a human right. We shouldn't have to be so aggressively mindful. It doesn't test us the way we want to be tested. The way we need to be tested. Just wrap it up. There's nothing to claim here. But it's giving us options for like who to date. With the interrupted by fireworks, gold saucer date scene. So I don't think they're gonna do Temple of the Ancients. That was always something that had me curious. Like, are they gonna stretch that in? I knew they were gonna have that gold saucer joint. I didn't think they would give us Rocket Town. So this is our first time looking at HD Rocket Town. It's not in Rebirth. It's not in like a trailer for Part 3. It's in Ever Crisis. So that feels like a treat. I'm trying to see if we can get the same type of blessings for Wutai at some point in the future. Maybe, maybe not. But you know what? Temple of the Ancients itself, it might be like a dedicated chapter. It'd be a good one too. I mean, you got two bosses: Red Dragon, Demon Wall. So, on some real shit, what else do I want to talk about? Because there are a couple of things I wanted to discuss. Yeah, maybe they're gonna save off the Aerith Fate scene, or Forgotten Capital, I should say, for Chapter 10, and then they'll. We're starting to think that after that, they're gonna wait until there's like a Season 2 of OG. That gives them excuse not to touch OG for a while. Maybe wait until... Because Part 3 is in production right now. Not development, not pre-production, full production. So that means they're doing their thing with that. Oof. I did not want to do that. Oof. So far, I am kind of getting bored with this game. Can I run from every battle? I feel like this is going to be a little bit more traditional. Probably not going to let me do all that. I mean, it still follows the Saga formula and that lets me build these characters however I like. But that's about it. Wait, hold on. That's right, I can jump now. Okay, I'm gonna have to be mindful of that now. Let's get some healing after this. Tip. Okay, got the shell spell. I'm gonna give that to somebody. Could make use of that. Good thing I did a little research and watched like the comment section of H.C. Bailey's like first video on Final Fantasy Legend 3. Trouble 0096 didn't really do a let's play of this game. Or at least maybe he got rid of it. He wasn't very proud of it maybe, but I had a feeling they'd start missing. I think this is effectively the Victory Lap game. And based on how the developers spoke about their vision for this, they wanted to conclude the Saga series, not knowing that Akitoshi's next project would be an extension of the Saga series. It makes a lot of sense. Probably thinking, you know what, let's just kind of make this like the epic time travel story, saving the world off the jump. Because they want you to think logically. I should get fast forward speed out. Matter of fact, what am I doing? I can just step on the cracks and go down even faster. Oh, look at that damage. What a tasty treat. What am I doing? I can hop over your ass. I'm Kobe Bryant. Had this little slippy slide shit. This is the intro fight. Okay, so what do I do with the float books? Yeah, I feel like I'm heading to Namek. So there's got to be something I need to do in order to get to the next destination, or have a destination to get to. I mean, that's what happens when I start skipping through a lot of the dialogue, because at that point I was writing off the fumes of beating Final Fantasy Legend 2 and kind of creating all my characters. There's a dopamine boost from that. To go to Alon. Okay. To the west. So I gotta get to Alon. Okay. What else do I want to do? I wonder if my homie's gonna be right that I should say homegirl. If I recall who it was. They're gonna have Arif's death be kind of like this exposition in black text. If that's the case, that'd be funny as hell. I'd be all for it.
In the crib. Copy.
Damn, how far west did I go?
His tickets go crazy though. Word, and he's giving us plenty of time to watch that movie. Niggas been in middle school watching NBA and niggas playing like that in the farm. Nigga dropped 30 last night. He said, nigga, give me your tickets.
So the world map system in the early Saga games is kind of bootleg. Because what is this? You can't tell me this is a real world map. I can't go any direction I want. And that was the case with perhaps some of the other Saga games as well, but the limitations with those world maps was a bit harder to notice because the way you went about the content, you weren't working with this heavy duty transportation.
It's tough.
Except World 3. World 3 and World 2.
He's not better. I mean, listen, have a listen to your song. Nah, I'm gonna just warn you. I'm gonna warn you beforehand. A few times is trash, and stay tuned is trash. Other than that, nah, that song is ass. That's the most trash. Like, out of every little baby song I've ever heard on Vocal.
Don't avoid me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's almost as trash as that first little baby song I played with you,
I feel loaded compared to the other Saga games where I always felt like a broke motherfucker.
Yeah, nigga, hey, it's fire compared to that shit. Hey, nigga, my song with Chapo, Tuli is better than that shit. That shit trash. Not. No, but Hey is actually a little bit catchy. This song is that I was like, you. Nigga, when you listen to Say Tune, your face is gonna be mad confused the whole time listening to it. No, I'm saying to Darby. Yeah. He's like gonna think better than him, right? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, he got more hits than me. Like even me, that
Did it boost like a vitality set?
but it's definitely not like that.
Well, I'm not gonna experiment like that again.
Artist or something.
To quote Drizzy Drake, "Jeez Louise, man."
I'm gonna tell you my two favorite songs. I'm gonna tell you my two favorite songs.
Me with these Drake idioms. But yeah, I'm legitimately looking forward to Ever Crisis. Of course, when I stream that game, I'll be streaming a little bit of this game. Anytime I get a chance to do Ever Crisis, I'm gonna do this one. I'm starting to realize that I'm also at a point now where it's not just mainline Final Fantasy, but a lot of the spin-offs. For the most part, I've played all the ones I want to play and consider real spin-offs. Kind of on my own already. Like, I'd be willing to stream Tactics if it gets like an HD remaster.
To be honest, let's look at I promise. You know, drugs talking too. Drugs talking smart. Nah,
If Dissidia Duodecim comes out and Dirge of Cerberus come out, I'm gonna give those a chance.
Nah, take one is that.
But that's kind of it.
Yeah, yeah, like you could better skip that song and yeah, it's not even on some like, oh no, give it a chance. It's just bro, he said the same thing the whole time. You know what it is, bro?
Like the Tactics Advanced games, they'll just feel like projects they gave to Quest. Really, that was the town. Guess I gotta go to Magic Shop. It really feels like old school Final Fantasy with these underground towns. Wait, what's that? I saw 16 and 16 Lost Magic.
There's some sneaky shit that he broke with. Nigga, he did come out harder than he was. I know what you mean. Type shit.
Man, I am confused. One thing I would probably give a chance is a 3D remake to Final Fantasy IV, just because Square has been dropping the videos on YouTube since it's getting ported to all these like streaming platforms.
Nigga, he got like 1 hit, nigga, 7 hits.
Hidden path around here. I saw a video of someone swimming and hitting like some electrical charged water and dying. That's what this reminds me of. That's enough, Grandma. Talk to me about the future. I don't know what any of these things do.
Oh no, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, he did some shit smart. He got up to New York, started giving him mad money, and they all, yeah. Now all of a sudden they all got him back. Maybe he gets locked up, and they all riding that shit. Right. That's how I was when Gunna got locked up. Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's looking scary. Gunna's not gonna get swamp. So, no, maybe better.
Yeah, it's weird. The freedom you have to build your character is ostensibly Saga, but without the growth system, like that Saga element, and even that Final Fantasy II element is just kind of gone.
Oh, that would be fire. I don't like he needed deluxe. And he on the deluxe, he need to take off stage 2. No, he need to take off stage 2 on the deluxe. If he does that, by himself, he'll be
Floatland. Okay, so now we should be able to go back and actually use our time machine. I was curious how they were gonna hold off because when it comes to like Ever Crisis, surviving 2025 is no big deal, provided they make money with that game and it doesn't get shut down because of that. 2025, you can coast off of whatever you will do with OG, the rest of Crisis Core, the rest of First Soldier, and then you can kind of transition into Before Crisis. But once you're in like 2026 territory, it's like, are they gonna try to hold off until they avoid spoiling stuff for part 3, or once we start getting the trailers out, they're gonna just like do everything, the whole shebang bang. So that way, if they do it that way, they could kind of last with Before Crisis, but definitely by 2027, it's gonna be a situation where you'll be halfway done with Before Crisis and season 2 of OG, and you would best find some way to hold off until Revive, whatever part 3 is going to be called. Oh, I know this motherfucker's trouble. Level 8. So our first boss fight.
Yo, Freddy, you be wearing your uniform back? That's Corey right there.
So that's our first boss fight. He looks like a Sahajin from Final Fantasy games, but he fights like a bitch. I say that, but I did have to use a little bit of strategy against him. I just couldn't overthink it. And just like that, we got a quarter of all the levels we'll ever need to beat this game. Not a quarter of all the EXP we'll need, but that's what good zoning is for. But it's nice that they decided to give us a boss fight. So we've been trying to get to the future, but we have to go a little further into the past for that. So this is a nice little change from going world to world. What is that, the shower room?
Like to go to like Western Union, you got it. Nah, yeah, you probably could.
He was an old fuck even back then. Man built a whole town where people settled in and kind of had entire childhoods. And he was still, Morgan Freeman. I can't stand that. You ever see a motherfucker who's been old their entire life? Ridiculous. Wonder, are you still paralyzed or not? Okay, so status elements don't last. At least probably a certain kind don't persist after battle. So we have a new challenge now, which is that we don't have a fifth party member. I am dehydrated as hell. I need some electrolytes.
Yeah, you say you drop 50. I would never double.
Town of Mu. Is that Mu as in nothingness, or? Well, it doesn't necessarily mean nothingness at all. It means like this like void concept. You know how zero is kind of an unintuitive concept if you think about it. Mu is kind of another thing like that. Infinity is another thing like that as well, and the infinitesimal.
You okay, Ratty?
Town of Mu is under the sea in the Northern Bay.
Oh!
Okay. Let's talk to our grandma. Oh, not this time. That's some bitch made stuff. In the cave. Southeast. Wait, his name is Doga? Like Doga and Una? No, Dogra. Oh, my bad. My bad. I don't know. Go on with your bad self. All these fucking proper nouns. I mean, this is really where the adventure begins, so I shouldn't be so surprised. And I'm treating this like Saga Emerald Beyond, where once I'm getting into it, I really just don't give a fuck about the story. Farm can grow on the ripe soil near the castle. What disease? The ick? Ligma? Sugma? Talk to me. Well, these things are turning a little open-ended in the quest structure. I mean, Look at all this stuff I gotta do. Does this have like a journal log? Like Saga 2? Oh, that's our heavy hitter. Guess I can plant some shit. This is Black Air Force. No, this is some clown sighting ass music. Not clown music, but clown sighting music. Ooh, good going. Just as I like it, cut G type fighting. Damn. Oh, you can do redundant heals? That's gonna be a problem. Hey yo, watch with that name. Dusty ass. Crusty ass. So we got a plume. Man, even my grandma's still old. Lived her whole damn life. Even back then, she was old as fuck. That's crazy. Keep mistaking Iris for Harry for whatever reason. Like, one's obviously a girl. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm just tripping. This takes me back to my MacBook Let's Play days. Let's move up. Okay, now I'm starting to see the bite this game has. Oof. I'm just the best at this, man. Okay, let's cast a float spell. Make our way to the other side of this continent. Think, yeah, right here. And let's rest. This makes me think of that Nicki Minaj song. From back when Nicki Minaj was really trying to be a pop star. Okay, I gotta be mindful of my saves from here on out. I'm ignoring Hunter x Hunter rules. Hunter x Hunter rules is you gotta, like, not start that way. I like how this enemy has like some breasts, like some babus for whatever reason. I feel like saying it in a shitposty way. I don't feel like saying it like sincerely. Boo boo. What's the thing people used to like saying in like the late 2010s? Mokies. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like my inability to let go of like old ass memes is part of the problem. Gotta let shit die. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Yeah, we've never actually checked the talent thing. That's what I need to do right now, just bullshit. People were like, what happened? No, you was just tripping, that's all. Which, that's more or less the case. You weren't just having a dream, you were on some fuck shit. We got no talent. Let's see how you like lightning. Ooh. Oof. All it takes is one challenging fight for me to suddenly like this kind of game. Okay, so let's try to go full tilt now. Let's not let up. Oh shit. Okay, well, keep her alive. Well, let's get up out of here, man. That was not. Okay, now everyone's weak to lightning. Okay, we got rid of Jiraiya and Patrick Star. Now we gotta get rid of his daddy too. we got our drained range. Okay. So they don't auto warp us out of here. That's kind of crazy. Eh. Okay. I really don't remember how to get back. Which is not going to be a problem for this one, but it is going to be a problem when I'm doing this type of thing again. So this is going to take me back. Right. So I gotta think about this. So where does that take me? Alright. I probably haven't explored all the secrets there yet, but really can't be bothered at the moment. Okay, it seems that the escape options are generous, like in Saga 2, which is great. Okay. So your retinue, I'm aware that it's a little bit better than everything else at the moment. That's not a retinue, it's like an inventory. Okay, so well, 1/3 of the level I need to beat the game. This game has hands though. It's a bit on the simplistic end so far, but if I'm not being blessed by RNG, I might end up getting my ass kicked. And if I'm just going through the motions of combat and not adjusting and adapting to what the boss is throwing at me, yeah, stuff like that is liable to happen. Everyone else is level 11, so it's especially so for them. But Harry's level 10, so them's the breakers, I guess. But now tomorrow we'll be playing Saga Emerald Beyond. This time for Rel. And aside from that, this has been your boy, Mr. Waka7. Thank you guys for watching. And Aksamektu. The fuck type of bird shit is that? Literally this time. Well, the bird part, not the shit part.